YouTube. What it do? It's your boy, Reggie, with the light. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded, where I come and bring you to the light out of the darkness. Now today, I have a topic, a very controversial topic to talk about. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I was reading a report that troubled me to my soul, and I just had to get this out because these type of reports is what gets swept up under the rug. These type of reports are not in the mainstream media, and it's for a reason. But we're going to get to that. But today topic, I want to talk about who has committed the biggest crime against humanity. Is it Rkelly or the Catholic Church? Okay? And the reason why I want to talk about this is because we all know about the Catholic Church and how they sweep their molestation and things like that under the rug. But CNN has done a report that has crept by very quietly. No one knows about it. No one has been talking about it in the main media. Nobody has been covering it. And you want to know why? It's because the color of the skin of the perpetrators, of the predators, of these evil people that are committing these heinous crimes against children. But let's get to it. Let's get to the report. Okay, let's get to the report. Okay, so see a report that I'm reading from CNN. It says that more than 200,000 children sexually abused by French Catholic clergy. That's 200,000, more than 200,000 children sexually abused by French Catholic clergymen. Okay? Do y'all hear that? 200,000. Not a couple of girls here and a couple of girls there, but 200,000 children. Let's read more. Members of the Catholic clergy in France sexually abused an estimated 216,000 minors over the past 7 decades, according to a damning report published Tuesday that said the church had prioritized the protection of the institution over victims who were urged to stay silent. The numbers of abused minors rises to an estimated 330,000 when including victims of people who were not clergy but had other links to the church, such as Catholic schools and youth programs. Between 2,900 and 3,200 abusers were estimated to have worked in the French Catholic Church between 1950 and 2020. Out of a total of 115,000 priests and other clerics, the report found. The Catholic Church is the place where the prevalence of sexual violence is at its highest. Listen to this. The Catholic Church. I'm not talking about no Baptist church. I'm not talking about a church filled with black people. I'm talking about the Catholic Church, right? The Catholic Church is the place where the prevalence of sexual violence is at its all-time highest, other than in family and friend circles, said the report, which found that children were also more likely to abuse within church setting than in in-state run which found that children were also more likely to abuse within church settings than in state-run schools or summer camps. Faced with the scourge for a very long time, the Catholic Church immediate reaction was to protect itself as an institution, and it has shown complete, even cruel indifference to those having suffered abuse. Tuesday's report, the most complete account of sexual abuse in the French Catholic Church to date, was compiled by an independent commission at the request of church officials. It follows similar reports from other countries that have dealt a blow to the reputation of the church in recent years. Now, I ain't going to read too much more. I'm not even going to read too much more. Now I'm about to just give y'all my perspective on what's going on. You see how they try to paint the black man, Rkelly, as this monster, as this just dude that's running rampant and just doing all of these terrible things to these young women. And I'm not sitting here taking up for Rkelly, because the things that he done was wrong. But we all know that Rkelly was abused when he was a child. And we all know that these young women, their mothers, their own family, freely gave them to Rkelly. They gave their young daughters to a predator, a known predator. For what? For the Benjamins. Because it's all about the Benjamins. See where I'm going? See what's going on in this world? It's all about the bag. These women will sacrifice their own young children because it was all about the bag. But none of these women, none of these mothers are on trial. None of them are being exposed. None of them are having a name dragged through the mud. None of them are facing lifetime jail sentences when they're the main perpetrators. Rkelly would not have been able to get to these young women without these parents' consent. But anyway, even with that being said, not taking up for what Rkelly did. He's wrong. He deserved to be in jail. But also the parents do too. But he's not the face of child molestation and child sexual abuse. He's not. But you know how the elite, how the powers that be try to flip it around, and how they try to make someone else. They blew this story up. It was everywhere. Rkelly this, Rkelly that. Meanwhile, CNN had this report and nobody talked about it. No, this is 300-some-thousand children over 10 years. So who's really the predator? Who's really committing these heinous crimes? And these supposed to be men of God. See how they use God to do their dirty work? See how they use God? These are not men of God. These are the same type of men that when Jesus went into the temples and raised hell and flipped over tables and ran these devils out of the church, because these are devils. But these devils run the world. So that's why you're not going to see their dirt, their filth on mainstream media, because they own mainstream media. They own mainstream media. They own every single news channel that you are watching and getting your information from. See the devil try to play a trick. He think he's slick. He think he's tricky, but he's not. Like to people who's woke, we know what's going on. The same thing happened with the Boy Scout. But we sitting here focused on one man, one black man who was done wrong when he was a child. What do these people, these so-called men of God, what are their excuse? You're supposed to be a man of God. And then they're sweeping it under the rug to protect these predators. They don't even care about the children. They don't even care about how these children are going to grow up, how their mind going to be messed up. They don't care about the hurt, the pain, just the things that these children are going to go through. They're trying to protect grown-ass, wicked, sick-ass men. But y'all want to sit here and be all mad at R. Kelly when R. Kelly, the mothers gave their daughters to R. Kelly. This is a crazy report, but you know, that's just the world that we're living in right now. That is the world that we're living in right now. None of these people are gonna go to jail. They haven't released no names. They, we know who R. Kelly is. R. Kelly is all over the news. R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. But we don't know none of these priests. We don't know none of their names. We don't know nothing about them. We just know the numbers. But we don't know their names. We don't see their face. Nothing. And nothing is going to happen to them. You know why? Because the color of their skin. See, when you're a certain skin color in this world, you tend to get away with shit that is punishable by law. You tend to be above the law. You tend to not have to abide by the law because you wrote the law. But everything in the dark shall come to the light, and God's judgment will be upon these fake men of God, especially when they're using God's name to do these type of things. Their punishment is going to be there. Listen, God sees everything. You can't hide nothing from God. But who has committed the biggest crime against humanity? R. Kelly or the Catholic Church? Think about that. You see the numbers. 300-something thousand children. Anyway, man, it's your boy Reggie with the light. Thank you for watching another episode of Narrowminded, where I come to bring you into the light from the darkness. If you watch this video and you like the content, give me a like or subscribe to my channel. If not, it's all good. As long as you watch the video, that's good. That's good enough for me. But anyway, it's your boy Reggie with the light, and I'm out.